January 6, 2021, a day that shook American democracy to its core.
As lawmakers fled for safety, the foundations of democratic order were tested in real time. The system was under attack from within.
The attack was not spontaneous. It was the culmination of efforts that placed democratic norms in grave danger.
For more than 2 centuries, American democracy endured through peaceful transitions of power, even in moments of...
January 6th shattered a norm once thought unbreakable: the peaceful transfer of power. History would not be the same.
Retributions. Unfounded claims of a stolen election spread rapidly, repeated until falsehood felt like fact. Misinformation became a weapon.
Rhetoric framed political opponents not as rivals, but as enemies of the nation. Language lowered the barrier to violence.
Disinformation and rhetoric transformed grievance into perceived moral duty. The path to January 6th was paved with lies.
The attack was not spontaneous. It followed a coordinated strategy to overturn certified results. This was planning, not chaos.
Efforts extended beyond rhetoric, targeting the electoral system itself. The process was under deliberate strain.
The breach achieved its immediate goal, stopping the constitutional process. The line had been crossed.
Understaffed and unprepared, Capitol Police faced an unprecedented assault. They were outnumbered, but held the line.
Amid chaos, individual acts of courage prevented even greater tragedy. Their sacrifice upheld the Constitution.
Despite warnings, coordination failures left frontline officers exposed. Institutions buckled under political strain.
Democracy survives only when laws apply equally, even to the powerful. Accountability is not optional.
Accountability is not vengeance. It is the safeguard that preserves democratic order. Democracy depends on accountability. Accountability is not vengeance. It is the safeguard that preserves democratic order. Democracy depends on accountability.
When legal outcomes are rejected, the rule of law itself becomes contested. The law depends on public acceptance. Democracy weakens when citizens no longer trust legal outcomes. Trust is democracy's foundation.
Transparency and truth are essential to restoring democratic legitimacy. The rule of law can endure if defended.
Congress responded by forming a select committee to uncover how and why January 6th occurred. The search for truth began.
Through public hearings, the committee sought transparency and public understanding. The facts were placed on the record.
The committee's work preserved a comprehensive record for history. History would have the evidence.
The evidence showed not confusion, but a sustained pattern of deception.
Intent distinguishes speech from subversion.
Investigators found a stark gap between private knowledge and public claims. Intent became undeniable.
Intent transformed misinformation into a constitutional threat. The evidence spoke clearly. Legal theories were deployed not to uphold the law, but to bend it. Institutions were pushed to their limits. Abuse of legal form masked the subversion of legal substance. The law was bent, but not broken without resistance. Despite pressure, many institutions held firm against unlawful demands. Integrity prevented collapse. Justice requires that power and status do not place anyone beyond the reach of the law. Equality before the law defines democracy.
Prosecutors faced the challenge of enforcing the law without political influence. Restraint preserved legitimacy.
Presidential immunity exists to protect governance, not to excuse unlawful conduct. Power carries limits. Presidential immunity exists to protect governance, not to excuse unlawful conduct. Power carries limits.
The Constitution draws a line between official duties and private or political conduct. Not every act is protected.
Immunity doctrines must coexist with judicial oversight to preserve democracy. Balance protects liberty.
Public opinion fractured along ideological lines, creating parallel realities. Unity grew harder to find.
Polarization placed unprecedented strain on democratic institutions. Stability could not be taken for granted.
Democratic stability depends on rebuilding trust and shared civic commitment. The future remained unwritten.
Media framing shaped how millions understood the events of January 6th. How a story is told matters.